Alright, do you see your chickens okay? Do you need anything else from me? Would you like some weed?
No, it's okay. It's
okay, then get out! Okay, I sell weed. I don't fucking take care of chickens.
Take care of the chicken!
Leave!
I hate you!
Yeah, get out.
I'll see you later.
What a tramp.
Pause. You might be wondering what you just saw. Well, you might want to grab a few alcoholic drinks because we're going to be talking about The Neighbors, a TV show written, producing, and starring Tommy Wiseau. Before we get into the show, let's rewind and ask the question, who is Tommy Wiseau? Tommy was born on October 3rd, 1955, in Poland. Like all aspiring filmmakers, he was inspired by others. Two films that inspired him the most were The Guns of Nirvana and Citizen Kane, two critically acclaimed dramas at the time. Once these movies ended, Tommy Wiseau knew his dream. He wanted to star in his own drama movie. So he decided in the late 1970s to make his dream a reality and travel to San Francisco. Like most young actors, he was broke and he needed money. So he looked at the local newspaper and saw a job selling yo-yos. Kids in the 70s must have loved the shit out of yo-yos because he was so successful that he started his own business where he sold yo-yos and toy birds, which earned him the name the Birdman. Somehow he was so successful at this that it became a retailer empire, and we finally moved on. He sold only one building for a whopping $2.9 million, becoming a millionaire from selling yo-yos and toy birds. That sounds about right for Tommy Wiseau. After becoming a millionaire, he wanted to focus on his career of acting. And instead of auditioning for roles after roles, hoping he got the role he wanted, he said, fuck it, I'm the Birdman, and spent $6 million to fund his own drama movie called The Room. What could go wrong?
You can come out now, Johnny. She's gone.
In a few minutes, bitch.
Tear me apart, Lisa!
What client?
I cannot tell you, it's confidential.
Oh, come on, why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
The movie was horrible, but unlike other bad movies that fade away and no one remembers, it gained a cult following because it was so dang funny.
Not over. Everybody betrayed me. I fed up with this world.
And when someone says it's so bad it's good, your mind usually thinks of The Room. So Tommy Wiseau had two options: disagree with everyone or fully accept the cult following. And he chose option 2. The Room changed everything in his life. We have room merchandise, Q&As with the whole cast, a Love is Blind tour where you can meet Tommy Wiseau and watch The Room with him, and a whole Hollywood movie called The Disaster Artist, a biographic comedy film about how The Room was made and the overall reception of the movie. He fully embraced that everyone saw his drama film as a comedy. He even let it influence his other upcoming projects. Just take a look at the trailer for his most recent movie, The Big Shark. He knows what he's doing, but that brings into question one thing. Does his future content lose that charm since he knows his films are jokes now? Yes, but I don't think he's ever trying to capture the same magic as The Room. You really can't. And it's just entertaining to watch him. He has entertained me with a bunch of horrible shit, but I love every bit of it. And to me, he achieved this goal with The Neighbors because I was fully entertained from start to finish.
What did I do? I'm an idiot! I'm okay.
As I said in the beginning of the video, The Neighbors is a TV show written, producing, and starring Tommy Wiseau that premiered in 2014 with 6 episodes. So, what is the show about? Tommy Wiseau plays Charlie, a apartment building manager. Every episode, he and his assistant handle problems with their tenants. I believe they were trying to go with a office / park and rec vibe for the show. Yeah, that was a complete fail because this show has a vibe like no other show. And showing you a clip is the best way to explain that. So, enjoy.
Oh, why do you even live on this planet? You're a fucking loser. If you can't get a job, you should just kill yourself. You know, fucking loser. If you can't get a job in 5 days, then just kill yourself.
It's funny because I don't know him.
It's truly something, right? Also, I'm not sure if Tommy Wiseau ever lived in an apartment building before, because usually you don't have a good relationship with your apartment manager. Most people who live in apartments tend to hate their apartment manager due to multiple reasons. The overpriced rent, the AC always breaking every 2 weeks, the maintenance team never responding to any of your requests, and sometimes even your whole bathroom falling apart. By the way, that last one was an image of Wordy's bathroom. That has been broken for months now, and no one has responded to our requests. So that's awesome. But it's the complete opposite with The Neighbors. The first scene of the show is a tenant asking Charlie for money.
Can I just borrow $20, please?
$20 for what?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I can
You have $20.
Yeah, would you leave your wallet in the car again?
Yeah, I will drive you home. I'll give you later. I'll have my wallet in the car. Here you go.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
You sure you pay me back, okay?
I will. No, I will.
Well, and you gotta pay me back still from yesterday.
Well, look at this. This time the ball means that I borrowed $20 from Charlie just so I can give it to you.
You're a goddamn genius.
Based on that clip and others I've shown you already, you might have noticed some of these characters are not the smartest people. And that is the case for every character on the show, which leads to a bunch of weird moments like this.
This guy, he has sex with men and women. I could hear it through the walls. And maybe even a chicken.
Chicken?
A chicken!
Wow. Chicken. You know Chinese, huh?
That's racism, man. I love to racism, bro.
And anytime Charlie quote-unquote fixes a problem, he says the classic line,
What a day.
you will hear that line more than a Big Bang Theory fan hearing the word.
Double dare, you motherfucker. Bazinga. More goddamn time.
So clearly the acting on the show is beyond anything you've ever seen. What about the editing in the show? It's something, alright. Let me give you a quick example. Tommy Wiseau plays 2 characters on the show, Charlie and Ricky Rick. Here is a scene showing how Tommy makes the transition between the 2 characters.
Hey, BB, I have something for you.
Also, they have this beautiful transition that needs to be seen. So, here you go.
Beautiful.
After seeing that transition, acting, and everything else, I think you're ready for my walkthrough of my favorite episode. I know we've been having fun here, but it's time to get serious. We're about to walk through an episode that Tommy Wiseau submitted for Emmy consideration. Let's see what he submitted. Here is the context for this episode. Last episode, Charlie is taking a vacation to Hawaii, and Ricky Rick is now taking over. And Ricky Rick is something alright.
Ricky Rick. See you.
Oh,
What are you doing here?
he'll be working here actually. Starting tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, I make money.
As you can tell, we are in for something, alright. Tommy Wiseau is playing Ricky Rick as this cool, dumb dude that gets the girl and everyone loves him. It's truly interesting watching Tommy Wiseau act cool.
So this is it. It's a pact. But remember, if you screw up, your head will be chopped off. You can count on me. Okay. Let's split it. Good.
That is enough context. Let's dive into episode 5, Ricky Rick Takes Over. The first scene of the episode, a tenant comes into the office with a question about a baby charge. Ricky Rick handles this situation by making a paper airplane and saying you don't have to pay for the charge at all. Damn, he is such a good professional. Also, while Ricky Rick is handling this situation, he moves his arms and they add this sound effect in post for no reason.
A butler. Slave.
I am very uncomfortable with the energy that we've created in the studio today.
Next scene, we cut to Troy, a drug dealer, and Lola, a friend of Ricky Rick and Troy. I promise I am not making this next scene up. After Lola and Troy talk for a bit, Lola suddenly gets mind control powers and makes Troy have sex with her.
Let it go. Let it go.
I want to do sex with her.
At this moment?
Yes.
It reminds me of that scene in Wonder Woman 84 where Wonder Woman had sex with Steve Trevor, even though Steve Trevor took over someone else's body due to magic, and it was really fucking weird. And I think it confirms Wonder Woman 84 stole this idea from the neighbors. So good job, Wonder Woman 84. You were definitely a movie. After that scene, Ricky Rick comes into the office wearing roller skates and a night outfit, saying he is the...
I'm a Dark Knight.
His assistant asked him to change in something more professional. He then lifted up his shirt, where you can see a terrible JPEG of a six-pack pasted on Ricky Rick's body. Then one of his tenants asked Ricky Rick, what is he packing? And who can blame her? Ricky Rick is definitely packing something. After whatever that scene was, we get a scene where one of the tenants comes into the office and says she is in love. This leads to some of the tenants singing a love song.
Nothing can ruin today. Nothing.
She's in love. She's in love. She's in love. She's in love.
It's about the same quality as that ice cream song in Multiverse of Madness. Then a lady comes into the office and says, stop saying we are in love, which leads to an epic fight between two of them.
You're a horrible, disgusting human being.
I think Moist Critical would have some notes about that slap. You might be asking yourself a question. Why is this girl wearing a bathing suit? Well, I don't know. For the entire show, she is just wearing a bathing suit. But it does lead perfectly into the next scene, where she tells the other tenant she is exposing too much skin, and then proceeding to call each other trash. Luckily, Ricky Ricks comes in for the rescue, and fixes the whole situation by shouting, let it go.
Well, I cannot talk. You cannot talk to her like that.
She's being really mean.
I love you, so let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Thank you, Ricky Rick, for that life lesson. Next scene, Ricky Rick is now back into the office, ready to fix any problem. The first problem is where the bathing suit tenant says, hey, there's a leak in my apartment, which leads to Ricky Rick's asking a mind-blowing question.
It's leaking into my room.
How do you spell leak?
L-E-A-K.
K.
Yeah.
L-E-A-K.
Yes.
L-E-A-K. Chika chika. Okay, good.
Okay.
After solving that problem, Lola walks into the office and Ricky Rick is super depressed that Lola used mind control to have sex with Troy and not him. You can truly understand the emotional damage that Ricky Rick is going through right now.
I thought you'd be excited to see me.
You did sex with Troy. It's not fair.
What are
I'm
you
very
talking
upset.
about?
We're supposed to have the kids and everything.
What are you talking about?
And I heard that he has little things too. Never mind about that.
The way your mother laughed at you when you went crying into her arms. What did she call you, Dr.
Weenie, Peenie. Troy comes into the office to help Ricky Rick through this difficult situation where he says Lola has been using her mind control powers on him every day. And he actually has a big dick. The reason why we know he has a big dick is because he's wearing Tommy Wiseau's underwear, of course.
Yeah, well, we both know that I don't, so.
I have no idea.
What?
I wear Tommy Wiseau underwear. I can't hide it.
Then the episode wraps up with Ricky Rick showing his own Tommy Wiseau underwear to his assistant, and then they both leave for dinner. What a beautiful episode. After that walkthrough, you might have a few questions. Luckily, I found an article that asks Tommy the important questions. In this article, we find out that he not only nominated this episode for one category, he nominated this episode for 6 different categories. And who can blame him? This type of quality entertainment only comes once in a lifetime. Next question in the article asks Tommy if he believes in the supernatural. Tommy starts talking about how we only use 30 to 40% of our brain, and imagine what we can achieve with 80% of our brain power.
If you're homeless, just buy a house.
The next question I find interesting is the question asking Tommy if we can ever expect a musical, where he then said he would make The Room a Broadway musical. Tommy Wiseau, if you do that, I will buy tickets day one. The reporter asked Tommy if he would like to play a historical figure in a movie, where he then said he would like to make a slavery movie about New Orleans. I'm just going to leave that nugget of information for you guys to digest in your own way. You might be wondering what the budget for the show is. Maybe it was $5? No, that's way too high. Maybe $1? Honestly, I have no idea how much the show costs. Just like everything in Tommy's life, it's a mystery. I spent a ridiculous amount of time looking for it and found nothing. However, I did find an article in 2014 where I found out the series was filmed in 2008. You might be wondering why the show didn't premiere until 2014. A fan asked Tommy the exact question, and this was his response. Classic Tommy, don't ever change. However, the show must have cost a good bit because there are scenes that are straight up ads. Like this scene, where if you squint your eyes, you might see Tommy Wiseau's comfortable underwear. Tommy has always had a problem advertising his films. For example, Tommy spent $300K to keep up a LA billboard for 5 years. That's a lot of money, and no one pays attention to billboards. I want to help Tommy. Tommy did not achieve his original goal, becoming a dramatic actor/director. That's okay. People change their goals all the time. Now he just wants to entertain his fans. And I can't lie, he has entertained me a lot with his films. To help him out, I want to create a brand new trailer for The Neighbors to show everyone across the world. So here it is.
You guys are so rude!
Can I strangle you a little bit?
Take care of the chicken!
How do you spell leak?
Fucking loser!
Yeah, I make money.
Oh, bitch!
Thank you for watching this video, and thank you to our Patreon members for picking this video idea. If you want to support us, consider clicking the link in the description below. Either way, thank you so much for watching this, and see you next time.